All those poor animals, all those poor polar bears that have a hard enough time already.
I think the polar bears are doing solid, right?
No, their habitat's being taken from them. They're sort of devolving into growler bears. They're having to interbreed with the grizzly bears.
No idea I have no idea what direction polar bear populations are going in.
You can imagine, though, they're polar bears, and we have a bit of a global warming situation where their habitat has been melting for the last 100 years. So
I thought you told me there was like a bunch of ice up there. There was more than like the 70s or some shit.
I did not tell you that. There's less. There's less than there was in the 1997s and the last
1997s.
Yeah, there's less ice than there was last year. You know what I mean? So like that's the only time I care. Like when I hear about global warming, I think about those poor polar bears up there looking real sad, because every now and then I'll see a polar bear at the zoo and they just dumped out a big bucket of ice and he just lays in it like, oh, a whiff of home. He just lays on this pile of ice in this hot San Diego fucking field he's in while we gawk at him as he shits in a cage. This apex predator, the biggest land predator in the world, I think. Poor guy laying on a pile of fucking ice. I feel sorry for the zoo animals. I really do. When the Ukraine thing happened, that's what I was sending money for. We'll figure bullets out for you. You'll figure them out for yourself. But there's like dog shelters that are blowing up and nobody's getting the puppers out.
I don't like that.
No.
Got to give him a hand. Yeah, well, I guess we do want to be on the lookout for the polar bears. Pretty neat. Yeah. I mean, then again, they wouldn't do anything for us.
Yeah, not a damn thing. They'd eat us.
They'd eat you in half a second, and they'd pull your liver out to feast.
Dude, did you see the internet question going wild? Like,
sharks.
If your daughter's lost in the woods, would you rather her found by a man or a bear?
Yeah, a person.
I heard it as your daughter, but maybe I heard it differently than normal.
Yeah, it started out as like you, because they're asking whores. They're asking they're asking whores on podcasts, like, hey, whore on a podcast, would you rather bump into a man or a bear walking, jogging through a path in the woods? And all of them say a bear.
I choose the bear. Beautiful.
The man.
The man.
I would choose the bear.
I would choose the bear.
Wait, say it one more time. I think we missed it.
I would choose the bear.
Okay. Why?
Because like a man that I don't know sounds really scary.
Yeah, in the forest too.
In the forest.
He's doing something. I don't like that.
Hey, whore, are you going to give the answer that's reasonable or the one that drives engagement to your OnlyFans? I'm going to give the engagement driving answer. No one actually wants to see a bear more than a dude with like a flashlight.
No, go read the Reddit comments.
I have friends that do. So in my, I have these like flying Facebook Messenger chats. Everybody from Florida would rather see a bear. What does that say about Florida?
What does it say about people?
And what kind of bear are we talking? I'm not just up on this.
Like, you don't have any details on the bear or the man. That's part of the question.
Okay. Am I lost in the woods or I'm just in the woods?
In my question, it was a daughter. But if it's you, I don't know if that makes a difference. It does. Men are less scared of men, I think.
Okay. If my daughter's lost in the woods.
That's the whole point. That's the whole crux of the question, is that it's a woman.
Okay. And is she the woman lost? Or is she just out and about?
She's jogging through the woods and she's going to come upon a man or a bear. Which would you prefer, ladies? They all say bear.
Okay, well then they're retards. You want a grizzly bear?
So you went straight to grizzly or polar, right? Like, there are other kinds of bears. What if it was koala?
The implication is that it is a grizzly bear. The whole point, the whole crux of the question again is that would you rather run into an apex predator or a man? That's the real question. We say bear because bears are big, scary predators. Okay. Nobody who formed the question or whom is answering the question is imagining a koala bear or a cuddly bear.
Well,
we're a little picturing a scary monster.
I didn't watch the horror podcast. By the time the question got to me,
we didn't watch the horror podcast, Kyle. We're sorry.
I didn't either. I'm just filling in the gap for those who can't.
When it got to me, it was your daughter's lost in the woods.
It's so funny because I agree exactly with what you're saying.
Of course.
Yeah, that like you have to be a stone cold retard to be like, oh, my daughter's out in the woods. I'd rather her come across a hungry bear who's a apex predator than a dude who could I'll say 100% be more adept at getting someone out of the woods.
Hang on, is it a white guy?
Oh, now
No details on the man or the bear. That was
Now-
how I-
Exactly. You see the
Yeah.
point? It's a man. It's a man. That's what matters because it's not about race because that would make people uncomfortable. It's about men and how toxic masculinity is and how women have to live in fear of men every day because they've been trained to.
Wah, wah.
Mhm.
Go play with
Yeah,
your
I
bear
would
in the
rather-
woods, ladies.
I think I'd rather bump into the bear just because I think bears are fucking cool, right? Like I want to see a bear.
Dude, a bear's gonna fuck you up so
Depends
quickly.
on the bear. I've chased off.
Please, I could outrun a
before.
bear.
You cannot outrun a bear. You cannot outrun a bear.
I can run like the wind, Taylor. You don't even know.
Yeah,
First of
Taylor.
all, the bear doesn't know it's in a race. So when I take off, he's going to be a little confused at first.
Dude,
I'm
when the
way
bear
ahead of
sees
him.
when the bear sees you running, that grizzly instinct is gonna be like prey. And then it's not a big cat.
Praying's not going to help, big boy. You can't catch me.
It's not a big cat that's gonna go clump
I'm telling
on the,
you, I'm
on the back
100%
of your
on
neck.
this. I can
It's
help
Taylor,
going to
in
eat
your
your organs while
scenario,
you're screaming.
the bear still doesn't win the race because he stops when he catches Kyle, huh? Now nobody wins.
He wins when he's shitting Kyle out into a cave.
That's
Not
not how you
hours
win
later.
The top
races.
speed's only 30 miles per hour, Taylor. You don't think you can run 30 miles per hour?
You're
Oh
right.
shit, only 30? My bad.
Damn, that's okay. I was prepared to lie, and that's faster than I thought they could go. 30 miles an hour, those are big. Yeah, dude. So what is this one of those questions though where it's just like idiots signaling to each other where it's
No.
like, oh,
No.
men are so dangerous, I'd rather see a bear. But like you get them out in the woods and it's like, hey, either a random dude pops out from behind that tree or a fucking grizzly bear that weighs 1,000 pounds and sees you as a snack.
Yeah, you can't. I'm telling you, like it's an interesting question. I like that question a lot. And women will 90% of the time they will say they'd rather bump into the bear.
No, women on the internet who are lying for engagement will say that. In
I
reality,
don't know. Ask your lady colleagues in RL. I bet you'll come back with a lot of ladies who are like, yeah, men are scary. Alone in the woods, just us. I'm in my sports bra. I don't know. The bear might not be hungry that day.
maybe
Men
I
are
have too much
always
faith in
men
people.
are always
Because,
like
I
that.
literally can't imagine someone being so daft that
Daft.
in their heart of hearts, they're like, yes, I'll take my chances with the apex predator who sees me as a delightful treat.
Yeah.
As opposed to a dude who would more likely than not be like looking for birds.
Or jogging. I always picture a nature like a trail. Like here in Atlanta, we've got lots of like trails where you're pretty alone. If you're up there jogging, you might see a person every 5 minutes, crossing the other way.
I
But
might be.
I could drag you out in the woods.
I'm somewhere in
Not
Taylor's
you.
daft scale because
Maybe if I
when I
clubbed you.
heard bear versus person, I thought, what are the odds
could
that it's
drag
one of
you.
the dangerous kinds of bears versus one of the dangerous kinds of people? Like, how many men are dangerous if you see them alone in the woods? How many bears are? Because not all bears are dangerous. As a matter of fact, in here, most of them aren't.
You're
Most
playing
bears are
rational
not
thought.
grizzly.
Women aren't capable of that. They're
No,
emotional.
I'm daft. I just
That's
heard Taylor
true.
say it.
That's true.
You're wanting look what you did makes sense because you'd want to get the data. You'd be like, okay, well, I live in this region of America. That's black bears. The black bear attack, per meeting.
I have
is
successfully
20%.
scared off a black bear before.
Now,
black
Hard.
what
bears are-
percentage of men
that
in
bear
North
act like I
Carolina
hurt
are
his feelings?
sexual criminals? And you like break it down. You'd be like, the math says, but a woman would never do that. She'd be like, men are fucking scary. I don't want to see a man in the woods. I can't. My brain's not capable of imagining a hypothetical bear. So bear.
I
That's what
think
women are saying.
I think you might be right on that. I'm
I
more,
like that Kyle describes women as so stupid they can't imagine
Not
bears.
stupid.
And Taylor's like, that sounds right.
I think
They can imagine a bear. They can picture one, but they can't imagine what it would be like to be there in
Hmm.
front of a bear. They can't imagine what it'd be like to see something and be terrified and know
pull up
that-
a brown
and
bear, a grizzly
You
bear.
ever see an animal and you know that if it stood there and stuck its nose out, you couldn't even make it mad with your hardest blow, like a bull? Now imagine a bear that's twice the fucking size. Like you can't injure it in the slightest. You'd have no chance. Like if it bent over and presented its asshole, you
Question for
couldn't
both
hurt
of
it.
you. Now, Kyle mentioned a bull, but like a cow.
That
If
guy.
you hit a cow as hard as you couldn't even make it mad.
If you hit it in the nose, sure.
Okay. That would make it mad. But if you hit it like on the top of
It
the
would get
head,
its attention.
the top of the head, he doesn't care.
It hurts your hand so much.
Gee.
It's
Yeah.
So the top of its head, like up
Yeah,
there where
very
it's
hard.
almost got sort of a human cow lick.
Mhm.
a cow lick, which is where comes from. Like up there, its skull is so thick and hard. I've hit it. I've like,
I've touched it. I've pet it.
It's a big thick rock thing. They don't care. Like you'd hurt your hand. You'd hurt your hand severely. It'd be like punching a rock.
I'm still like, where's this big bear conversation happening?
The internet, TikTok,
Facebook Messenger,
Facebook Messenger. Okay,
yeah, TikTok.
Man, not up on the fucking trend.
You don't keep your pulse on.
I do not have my finger on the fucking pulse of the bear discourse.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous job to have, an intimacy coordinator.
Yeah,
just a fucking. You would either get the most disgusting pervert on earth in that job, or most. That's all ladies. There
are no male intimacy coordinators.
There has to be.
Absolutely not.
You're gonna trust a woman?
They will only trust a woman. I'm sure.
What do women know about sex?
And meanwhile,
what they don't like.
They know they'd rather fuck a bear in the woods than a random man.
Call back. I'm digging it.
I would love it if a woke woman got mauled by a bear. Like I would love it if a woman on TikTok was like, everyone making a big deal because I said bear. Well, here I am at the Atlanta Zoo. This is Billy, the Kodiak bear, and I'm going to show you that Billy's not only as friendly as he looks, but
I trust him more than the
her through the
zookeeper.
bars. I want to see. Remember that Asian guy with the blue jean jacket, the denim jacket, and that panda bear gets a hold of it, and he starts trying to pull him through the fucking bars.
That panda. At the end of the day, it's a bear. Like it's if it wants to, it's strong and can fuck you up.
I saw a baboon.
Don't put your back to the bear cage, idiot.
I don't know monks like you do, but I saw this like baboon-like creature walking on a fence, and there was a bunch of Asian people by it, and one of them tried to like bully it a little, tried to like push it off the fence, and it bit him right here in the cheek so fast he couldn't react, and like the monkey was just like, and the dude's like, and you see that he's got this big bite mark right here on his cheek, and it cuts off before how when you get cut at first, you're like, that's gonna bleed any second now. And there it goes.
Yeah.
Like I felt like we were in that preemptive preamble, where the blood hasn't started flowing yet.
Yeah,
Dude.
A monkey will fuck you up. You shouldn't
imagine
tease them.
Getting bitten in the face by a monkey.
That's a really weird hospital visit. What were you doing? Oh, just minding my own business. It's like your friend's like, no, I got video. He was antagonizing the chimp.
He was bullying that monkey. Yeah,
don't bully animals. Don't be mean to them, especially monkeys. They have hands.
Every now and then I see the people like fucking with the bison. I guess there's some sort of maybe in Yosemite or somewhere, wherever you can go and do that tour where there's bison on the side of the road.
Animal to fuck with.
Yeah, they're enormous. I saw one.
Bison different than buffalo? Stupid question, but
bison are what we call is what American buffalo are called. So there's lots of different.
When I did that motorcycle, when I went across the country, the tat.
Yeah,
you see buffalo.
Yeah, I saw one gore a child the other day in the face. He had his head. Yeah, he had his head stuck out a car window, and the buffalo was sort of like walking up, and the kid just still had his head stuck out the car window, and the buffalo just went wank and like stabbed him in the face.
Okay, that's bad parenting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
You yank that kid back in.
It's a cool ass buffalo though. He was like, "Oh, really? You're not scared? You're not scared? Nobody told you about me?" Whack. Stabbed him in the face.
I'm about to gift you a very unique phobia for the rest of your life.
I'm actually gifted him a really badass Hollywood.
He won't be able to go to Buffalo Wild Wings after that.
Like, you ever wonder how I got this scar? He'll be telling that joke a lot.
Yeah. I was in Yosemite. My father was a drunk and wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I really like seeing people get mauled by animals if they have it coming. Like if they're fucking with the animal, they're like abusing it, especially.
Wait, did this kid have it coming?
No, he didn't like seeing this one. This one's just a kid.
I just don't. Yeah, it was a kid though, so I don't like kids. So
well, yeah, sure.
Whatever happens, right? Where I go the other way is with pit bulls because I hate pit bulls more than people.
Yeah, the worst animals, the worst dogs.
They are probably the worst dogs.
They're by far the worst dog. Like if someone shows up to a dog park with a pit bull, fuck you. It's not sweet. It's not. Oh, they're just the most sensitive dog. No. You bought a fighting dog because you have a weird relationship.
I have an exception. You might be on board. I used to have a violent dog, and in public, we always had it muzzled.
See, that's good. It probably wasn't a pit bull.
It was a Great Dane. So it's a big dog, but it's muzzled. It can't even bark loud. A muzzled dog is like, it's like trying to scream with your mouth closed.
It's still scary. The muzzle's scary. Kind of a Hannibal Lecter.
Part of it's about how you like
all
handle your
fabric.
dog. You know, like your dog did get loose and bite that lady though.
We weren't there, so that technically I didn't handle it.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
I hear you. It was.
I'm not trying to throw you under the bus here, but let's.
Technically, your dog did get loose and bite a lady. Pish posh.